Good morning. My project my project title is Text Extraction from Image Application. Chapter first, Introduction Overview. It is crucial for students to develop an understanding of how text are created and the capability to compare the literature meaning of text. In addition, visual are playing an increasingly significant role as information is often conveyed through a grouping of images and words. Many learning tools are now on hand in digital format in today's classroom. As educational institution invest in a laptop and a tablet programs and student increasingly own personal phones and tablets, these devices have turned into part of our lives. Initially, previously, cell phones had been primarily utilized for talking and basic messages via text. However, as technology has advanced, cell phones have evolved into cell phones with an extensive variety of capabilities. Means the method of finding rituals patterns inside digital photography is known as the recognition of optical character. Using optical character recognition, video data may be transferred into accessible text. Objectives. The objective of text extraction from image application using machine learning is to automate the process of extracting text information from readable and searchable text data, improve the efficiency, accuracy, and versatility of extracting text information from images, enabling better utilization. Input design. To build entry of data and inputting techniques, reduce the quality of input by creating primary records for collecting information or devices alternate collecting information techniques. Output designs. Produce a finished architecture that assemble the demands of the utilize users to appropriately process the product and deliver it to the intended receivers. Chapter 2, Literature Survey. In this paper describes a word retrieval approaches from scene photos based on color clustering and assignment is provided. They use several algorithms to find suitable text sections in color and grayscale pictures. Geometrical clusters is used as a part of algorithms in colors photographs to put together images of the same color. The amazing operations is used to identify edges in grayscale pictures. On gray picture, prolonged line detection and repeating run width smear as employed to remove non-text features and properly indicate the text border if it has a similarly cyclic rhythm to the written section is its efficiency is poor. In this paper describes the project being reported on in this document related to learn in the tourism industry. A translator system named a model translator makes advantage of mobile technical technology. The account of the work techniques is followed by talks of the design and development components. The testing of the system, which involved 30 international students for Malaysia, is the address according to the studies finding people generate favor the mobile translator. The report concluded with same discussions and a few constraints related to this investigation feasibility study. The three elements listed below are essential to the possibility clarity: economical feasibility, technical feasibility, social feasibility. Economical feasibility. This evaluation is performed to govern the finance influence of the framework on the company. The amount of money that the corporation can invest in framework investive work is confined. The expenditure must be justified since the common of the utilized techniques were freely available. The established system was also advanced inside the budget. Technical feasibility. The aim of this explorer is to regulate the technological needs or technical viability of the organization. A first strategy must not overload the existing infrastructure. Social feasibility. The investigation purposes the ascertain to what extent user receiving of the organization. These compresses methods involved with teaching the customers on the best way to use the framework actually. Tools and techniques technologies used. Python, the restricted array of dialects that then are possible. It is both simple and powerful. You will be delighted to see how it is simple to focus on addressing the issue in questions rather than on syntax and structure of languages of programming. Twitter is an excellent development platform due to the unofficial opening. It is a simple language to learn. It OP techniques is simply yet effective, and it has useful high level data bases bio bitcoins. It a perfect term for screenplay and speedy app building in a variety of sectors and across every devices. Owning of its clearly language typing speed and interpretability. I will go into deeper details on the bulk of those characteristics in the paragraph that follows. It's simple. Python is a straightforward using plain language. It's similar to reading a decent Python software to reading crisp English through not quit. Of the Python best feature is that it is a false code dialect. It allows you to focus less with the which tax product and more on the problem in questions. Simple and accurate. Open source and free. Object oriented. Both procedures and object oriented programming are supported by Python. The programming is constructed regarding techniques or functionalities which are only usable programming segments of code. In procedure oriented languages, the program is constructed around object in delegate that allows things that combine functionalities and data. Particularly, it in construct with other large systems like Python, Java, and C++ provides a very strong but straightforward OOPS approach. Extensibly, you can program that portion of your set. You contains crucial code in C or C++. If you poverty it to function before you apply it from our Python software extremely quickly or want to some procedural to be closed. Embedded. Hardware and software requirements. Hardware requirements: system core i3 processor, hard disk 500 GB, monitor 15 LED, input devices keyboard and mouse, RAM 8 GB. Software requirements: operating system Windows 10, coding languages Python, WebFrame, Flask, editor Visual Studio. Chapter 3: Software requirements specification. Users. User function. We can attempt to plan a structure for unit information security to be capable send and receive information for our task. It is simple and efficient to hire and IT experts. This calls out those who has an elementary grasp of power and a client may use it. We create in this effort a novel concept named unit power was used to decipher records to bring a standstill it at that point. In this venture you will gain a technique for encrypting a file, transferring it, and then opening it with a set of keys. Send a key in accordance with that record and start a record search at the point. Admin function. We might try to plan an argument arrangement for device security. Consequently, we can exchange information for our mission. It's quite simple. At a software component to use, therefore it is open and to anybody who has basic understanding in setting capacity and client behavior. In our project, we create a groundbreaking concept called its ruling body. You will develop a technique for getting a secure file and readable it via a set of predefined key. In these challenges based on that moment on searching for a record, then transmit a key to that record. Functional requirements. A continuous demand specifies the repeatability of an object hierarchy or a constituent in recording. A need to material as a process containing data sources leads and held or useful as major justification for extensive real world demand compel the main course to take the complete the complexity of receivers administrators counts and its capability growing server client advertisement clusters non-functional requirements performance requirement. The fast execution frequently refers to that time takes to reply to the query from framework capability. Safety requirements. Our good should bid here to security standards. The gets should be given up by the frames right now. Other individuals either take or destroy stuff. Security requirements. Our architecture should include safety spaces and a device's validation. Secret versus you can help yourself your efforts to prevent making missteps by taking extra care of your equipment. Features of high quality software availability. Our specific our specialized open quickly does not slow and gives information immediately the use will be successfully in resolving these issues. Reliability. Our architecture you must be able identify and discard outlets for incorrect data. It must be scrutinized as glowing. Usability. With convenience, our frameworks exchanges fact with amount of business maintainability. This framework is and always used. The device's secret key should be kept safe at all times, and the outline should be carefully cared for. Portability. Our framework demands little to no changes to run on every system and in any web browser. Chapter 4 System Design. Chapter 5 Detailed Design. UML diagrams. UML is an abbreviation for Integrated Modeling Machines. UML constitutes a standard compliant modeling languages that is used in software development that is object oriented. The objects management group created and overviews the requirements. Goal use case diagram. A use case graph is a sort of functionality map in the unfilled programming languages that is created and built using use case researches. It purposes it to offers an illustration of system functionality with a regard to of participants. Class diagram. A class diagram of a class which illustrate the categories, traits, functions, and links within the components in order to indicate what a system is organized. It is a kind for stable architectural diagram used in software development. It specifies the stored sort of data that is available. Sequence diagram. In the unfilled modeling languages, a diagram represents a sequence is a type of diagram. Communications they depict where and within which order process is related to. Deployment diagram. A diagram for deployment depicts the illustration view of a given system. This is linked to a constituent diagram as distributed charts are used to deploy all the parts. Component diagram. An element chart additionally refers to as a UML elements charts depict the electrical connections and organizational makeup that comprise the physical parts of a system. Component schematic are commonly used to define the details of implementation and ensures that planned growth is carried out addresses very requirement of the system. ER diagram. When describing how a model entity relationship use entity relationship graph to graphical organize a set of records, a database might be developed in the non too distant future with an ER method that is a form of structure for a database or plan the object step Set plus interaction set comprises the two primary parts of the AR framework. Chapter 6 Implementation. Existence system. Images plays a significant roles in a translations of the text, and conventional procedures is used to make the speech. In the order fashioned method, we had to carefully review the speech and manually add the details, which took a lot of labor. Disadvantages: time consuming, difficult, and require more manpower. Proposed system. Image processing. The input image must first be improved by processing these details, performing noise reduction to eliminate any unwelcome noise from the figure, and image binarization to transfer the image into a binary illustrations. Advantages: simple to use, take less time, only one manpower is enough to extract the text. Modules: user system registration, login, input image, view result, extraction using Terract, OCR, generate extract text, then screenshots. Chapter 7 Conclusion. Due to the company of many types of images, such blurring, sketching, noise, and illumination fluctuations, extraction data from normal and noisy photos using an OCR engine can be a difficult operations. However, it is how possible to accurately extract text information from both normal and noisy photos because to advancement in OCR technology and the availability of reliable algorithms, the quality of the input images, the difficulty of the text, and the kind of OCR engine being used are all variables that can affect how accurate OCR engines are. To get the greatest results, it's critical to use to the appreciate OCR engine for the work at hand and make sure the input images is of excellent quality. Future enhancement. Future work could focus on improving the performance of the coordination by incorporating more data sources such as information on traffic flow and driving patterns, and by immediate actions information to provide in the risk scores. Additionally, the organization could be further optimized to provide more personalized risk scores based on separate drives profiles, which could help promote safety driving behavior. The software has a user tracking logging machine mechanisms demonstrate the possibility of artificial intelligence improving road security and preventing traffic accidents, and highlights the importance of using data-driven approaches to discourses composite challenges in transformations. References. Thank you.